Oh, I missed one of the prisoners. Never mind, we're good. Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Ekamac. This is Let's Play.
Find the machine and destroy it.
I'm so used to Trails of the Sky episodes, I nearly messed up my very first intro. In fact, I did, because I didn't tell you that this is Rayman Revolution, and I wanted to say Legend of Zelda for some reason. Yeah. Oh, wow, this is a very hostile green. You can throw the barrel in the air with the X button. If you stand still, you can catch it. Right, this is a very important technique as will be demonstrated here, because if you get too close to the machine here, although I guess it doesn't happen on your first round, so to speak. Yes, thank you, I know I'm great, but yeah, they start spawning bombs. Now these are easy to deal with, just hit them once. The problem is that it's not so easy to do that when you're carrying a powder keg. Because if you hit the attack button, then you throw the powder keg. Shoot. No, it isn't possible to get to there before the next bomb spawns. You've got to use this toss and attack trick. Even if you had the run with load button, or power from the magic well, and how would you have that by this point of the game? I don't even think there are 50 lums that you could have by that point. And just one this time. At last we have Lee back. Now we can get all our powers. Right?
Lee, are you okay?
Oh, Rayman, at last. I was afraid Globox had failed.
He gave me the silver lung, but we got separated. I need to find him and get rid of the pirates. But to do that, I'll need all of my powers.
I'm too weak to give you back all your powers. They broke the primordial energy core into 1,000 lums.
Yeah, so that's why we've got 1,000 lums. Because the pirates went and smashed it up.
And combining the energy has become very difficult.
It's never that easy, is it?
But there may be another solution. Have you ever heard of Polygus?
No.
He's the spirit of the world. His power is immense. He could help you defeat the pirates. Unfortunately, he's been sleeping for many years. But there is a legend which says he could be awakened. If you reunite the four masks.
The four masks?
Not 7 or 3, specifically 4.
These masks are magical and very powerful. They're hidden in secret and mysterious places. Find them, Rayman. It's our only hope. I'll help you by giving you all the energy I've gathered.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rebalance the sound again and set music to be quieter because I'm sad that the intro didn't get all the voices that I remembered, but it's very hard to hear Lee, especially when I'm talking over her, but the rest of the time it was hard to hear over her. Yes, the purple lums are basically those rings from the Rayman game. Oh man, I don't remember the music being quite this awkward whenever I played it, but then I wasn't less playing it, was I? Rayman can climb ladders, and in fact I think that's a little bit of a change that they made in the first level, believe it or not. The part where you use the jump and press X to stick between walls trick, which has been used in quite a lot of platformer games now that I think about it, but normally it's a jump between wall and wall one. But what I'm saying is, they didn't have that in the first level, instead you just had a ladder to climb up. Have we checked all of the cells? I think we have. So we climb to the top. And it's very zippy compared with the Rayman 1. Is there something down here? Is there something down there? No. Nice camera angle. So now we set off on our journey properly. We have a goal. Find the 4 masks, awaken Polycus. And if you paid attention at the pause screen, you could see in fact we do have 4 strange empty spaces on our pause menu. See? And this is the problem with this game. The music is so good that it feels wrong to turn that down, but then you can't hear the voice acting, even though it's not particularly good voice acting. Even so, it feels like we've got a pirate to deal with. And if you look, Lee subtly upgraded our normal attack as well as our giving us the ability to grab onto purple lums, which are another thing tied into the law of the world. If memory serves, they're somehow the guardians of matter? It is a bizarre world that we live in. Or Rayman does, at least. So yeah, the purple pirates that normally we took several shots to take down are now 2-shot enemies. And I'm almost certain that you can't upgrade shot power at all by this point of the game. Maybe you can get the run with load, but definitely not that. I mean, 90 lums. At best we could have 35. Hello, Murphy.
You see these air currents, Rayman? Activate your helicopter in them, and you'll fly.
I guess if you've never seen them in a game before, you wouldn't know. Oh, hello, Mr. Pirate. Goodbye, Mr. Pirate. Yeah, expect pirates to fall out of the sky as you rise up in this area. Or maybe it was just that one. The camera's being ever so slightly finicky with me. I don't like games that that have total control over my camera. I prefer being able to control. Yeah, maybe you've noticed by now, pirates drop red lums when they die. Technically that is just a gameplay thing, so you've got source of health from something that might cost you your health, but there's actually backstory reasoning to it. The pirates eat them. They quite like the energy they provide. It's a rather grisly thought, if you think about it. I hear that cage. Oh, hello. If you don't shoot them down on your way up, I happen to know that they'll actually start shooting at you from below, so it's probably a good idea not to let them get that far down. Now it's really being stubborn. And yes, there are purple lumps there. I'm supposed to grab onto them. I just see a little air current here with more yellow lumps in it. It does feel ever so slightly slow compared with, say, Spyro's gliding, but it's much faster than the gliding that Rayman 1 had, and it lasts basically for as long as you want, whereas there it was a very short duration. Cage here.
Rayman, listen carefully. The pirates have captured loads of teensies. Free them. Each time you free one, he will take you to a teensy circle. From this circle, you can return to a world you have already visited by going through a magic spiral door.
Now here's the thing I always like to do in this game. So these guys are going to open up portals. They're basically the end of the level. Here they take you to the magic circle. In the old game they take you to the Hall of Doors, which... Oh, hello. We did not get everything in this level. No bonus level for us. Oh. Oh dear, I don't like those bonus levels. I didn't think they were in this game. I'm unfortunately being reminded that I guess they are. Oh dear, that'll be a thing.
Hey,
Sure, you
Rayman,
guys dance.
Lee told me to help you find the four maps. I know that the first one is in the temple on the Lost Island. This is the only one who can take you, but the pirates have captured him. He's being held in the bayou near the marshland.
So then, we have to free Zit, our mosquito friend from Rayman 1, and I think he is basically one of the only two people who cameos from Rayman 1, the other being, well, Rayman. Yeah, I think these things are the Minisauruses. Really don't know what I was expecting by wandering so close to them. But yeah, the bayou is this way. And you wouldn't be able to get any further without visiting Lee. So even though it's an open world, you really can't sequence break in it. Although I imagine that if you're speedrunning the game, you already know perfect ways how to sequence break anyway, but I'm not a speedrunner, I'm a Let's Player. Dragging out content is what I'm supposed to do. That and provide tutorials. In the words of the great Chugga Conroy, I'm basically a glorified tutorial NPC. I don't think I ever went into detail of the problem that I had with the Good Old Games version of Rayman 2, actually. At times, I don't know the exact term that I use for it, but at times it would just speed up, and everything would move at double time.
How can I ever thank you?
Forget it, Sam.
I forgot how you refused to stretch out. It's sensational.
Tell me, do you know where to find the four masks of Polycus?
Sorry, Rayman. I don't know what you're talking about. But I did see a glow box get captured by 2 pirates. They took him somewhere out beyond the marshes. If you like, I can help you get over to the other side. You can grab onto my scarf by shooting at it. Then press the cross button to jump and the L2 button to accelerate. Come on, let's go.
Man, I haven't turned up the music at all, and it's actually still overpowering their voices. Oh yeah, I forgot, this is quite the zippy control system, isn't it? Oh my. That was not in... I wanted that switch. That big guy is new. I'm pretty sure he sucks in when you get too close. So if your jumps are just in the wrong place, he will actually smack you up. Oh. These are zombie chickens. These are also a thing to watch out for. How many games can you think of that have zombie chickens in them? And slight turn. Oh, isn't that guy just a big inconvenience? Also a thing, you can't turn while accelerating. Imagine the speedrunners don't like that much either. No! Sam! The cage! Sam! We're missing these cages! Oh. Second lap, never mind. Is there going to be another lap to get that last one? Nope! You're just gonna have to lose that lum forever. Man, that one's really dirty. I'm probably going to have to add clips of me going back to get them. Oh my! That was quite the jump. In older versions, you'd actually get it by... you'd actually slow down and stop on there? Apparently not allowed here. Oh wow, this is actually quite good. No, the lum! The controls for this are ever so slightly awkward now that I've heard to...
Rayman, so long. Come and see me again if you can.
I promise, I will.
I will miss you, my friend.
Me too. No time to lose.
Yeah, they didn't quite perfectly nail the game, let's be fair. The fact that they still had the heroic music when Sam was... and only just started playing. a few seconds of heroic music before going to sad music instead of just going to sad music at the right time. Now this guy. What I didn't say is that I really like to stand in such a way that they open up the portal on top of me. Warning, this is unknown territory. Tourism maybe has this.
No, you can't enter here. Only those who know the name of this place can pass. So shoo, come back when you know the name.
Well, fine. There's why tourism is so hazardous. It's because we've got pushy bouncers in it. Where did the... Oh, right here. I like to position Rayman so they open up the portal on him, but I had to show off good friend Janus there. I can't say I'm totally disappointed that I don't have to play the bonus level. I've got to be fair there. I can't help but feel like I shouldn't have gotten into there, that there was an alternate exit I was supposed to take.
Hurry along and represent. He'll take it.
Right, why did I go through there? I thought he was supposed to take me to the bayou. Maybe I don't remember this version of the game as well as I'd like to think. Nope! I do have enough lums for power. Oh, I guess the Marshes of Awakening are optional? Or maybe for some reason doing that has gotten a purple lum for me here, I'm not sure.
Meanwhile, the pirate prison ship. Slaves now on board, 22,730.
That number is going up a bit higher and higher.
In Razorbeard's private capital.
You'll pay for that, soldier.
I love that part.
Who dares disturb me? Your portable is deep, deep, easily to the swamp.
What? You incompetent imbecile! Send the warship and destroy him. He mustn't get his grubby hands on the foremast.
He just ate us out of 100% completion. Well, I'm sorry, I guess we only get 999 yellow lums now. Ugh. And now we have the home of the longest soundtrack in the game. The bayou goes on for like 18 minutes for part 1. And so as we platform, it's going to be throwing down hover bombs and all sorts of trouble to try and destroy Rayman. And because for some reason the audio isn't the best for me right about now, worth it. Even if we can't get 1,000 yellow lums anymore, I'm still going to grab as many as I can. Anyhow, it's going to be making life slightly awkward for us as it tries to destroy Rayman, and we're just going to platform around it like normal. Probably also going to be the source of pirates we're fighting. And here, you do not dilly-dally here, because the ground will fall out from underneath you. Very reminiscent of Croc, actually. Actually, both versions of Croc. Croc 1 and Croc 2. Hello. So yeah, you see how sometimes purple lums pop out of the cages, meaning that you have to obviously smash them to go the full whoa. Zombie chickens. This is the Marshes of Awakening. Not my best platforming display of prowess. Or display of platforming prowess, whichever you prefer. Oh yeah, the zombie chickens are kind of a grisly tale. Apparently the chickens were so terrified by the invasion of pirates that they just laid a bunch of eggs that were dead on arrival. They hatched into these monsters. It's... yeesh. Not the sort of thing you'd expect from a game whose predecessor was defeat the nasty Mr. Dark as you travel through Bandland. That instead has its despicably high difficulty spike. You've got no idea what it's like in trying to platform in a game where you randomly speed up and slow down. It's like trying to play a rhythm game when someone keeps muting it. Or trying to beat an action game when someone keeps turning off the television. And I was talking about these cages, I'm sorry. Originally the cages would just have random animals in them that you'd rescue. And it was specifically breaking a 10, 20, 30, 40 and so on. Every 10 cages would give you a health boost, along with completing the bonus minigame would also give you a health boost. You just got so many health boosts in this game. Presumably because they really didn't. They were really worried about the reception of Rayman 1 being despicably brutal. So they went as far as they could in the other direction. The closest you can get, like whenever you fall in water or die, you just respawn at the last green lum. If you run out of health, the worst you get is back to the last loading screen. The pirates drop all these red lums and... Hello, Bizit.
Watch out! The pirates are coming!
Green pirates, we can beat these with one shot. Purple pirates, that's a bit trickier, but not too bad. Oh, yellow pirates. Those are kind of tough, actually. They shake things up, because now they fire these little mortars that leave fire puddles. And if you get too close to them, flamethrowers. We also aren't going to see it here, but they actually drill through the ground.
Free at last! Thank you, Rayman! Meet me on the pier next to the mini-saurus plane, and I'll take you to the Lost Island.
The pier on the Minisaurus plane? Okay, off we go.
We didn't get to see it here, but the yellow pirates will also dig through the ground to get about. Hello, does this sign say anything? It does not. Darn. Zit was not in the original Rayman 2. Well, he was in the original Rayman. He was one of the bosses and you'd befriend him after defeating him and ride him about for a little minigame. But he wasn't in the original Rayman 2. This was added to Rayman Revolution. Presumably so you'd have a purpose to going here rather than straight to the Lost Island. I don't know how the Marshes of Awakening work into that. And we have another thing we can't do anything with straight away, darn it. Ugh. Well, isn't that a pleasant face? But just look at how many red lumps you get, and... Right, this pirate. You can't beat them. They're immune to damage, and they... well, they do that. So what you do is, you hit him, he runs over, goodbye. Half the level is getting to Bazit, the other half is going to be getting back again. And these barrels move fast. You're gonna have to jump on... yeah. Well, if they did catch you, you've got to jump in such a way that you don't land back on the ground in front of them. And I know that one of these cages is... wait. Oh man! That's ever so slightly dirty. That cage is just a familiar spirit, and... oh darn! I bet that's what that thing we saw earlier leads us to, so we can't do anything there. Yet another level we don't get to 100% the first time. The thing is, if you get too far ahead of the teensies, then they stop and they wait for you. Or rather they stand there saying, "Hey, I'm over here, come on." Hello? Oh yeah, they also want to dance with Rayman, so sometimes they just don't stand close enough to the portal. One of these days I'll get it. But yeah, now that we've gotten that dealt with, next time on Rayman Revolution, we're going to have to deal with the... well, we're going to go meet up with Bzit and get our hands on the first mask. Until then, guys, take care. I'll see you all around. Everyone gets involved in those dances.
It can take you to the Lost Island. There, you will find the first map. Go now. The Zit is waiting for you on the pier.